people, right? But we always need to think, well, okay, it's tough. What do I do with this, right? And try and make the best out of it.
Wow. So for every opportunity that we have, we should try and make the best out of it. So we should always build on what we have. So we shouldn't look at the fact that this is my background. But I have a couple of people that did not have opportunity to go to school that are also doing well, just the way you have said it. So it's just a conscious effort to be successful. It's actually a conscious effort to be successful. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think we can advise our young? I see a lot of female listening now. Our young female that are coming up, our young women. What do you think we can advise? What kind of advice can you give to them? Because see, I'm looking forward to where we have more women. Like in my company now, we have 50-50, 50 women, 50 men. And that's in fact, the top management I've choked with female. And one of the things I realized about them that women are very strong because they think about others. They have this holistic way of looking at things, maybe because the way God has created them anyway. So we need more women in this kind of a position that is very attractive. So what kind of advice will you give to a lot of women first in terms of their career pursuit, in terms of taking that responsibility to, because there are some women that they will tell them to take that position, they will say no. Are you aware? There are some women that they will have given that same position. I've seen cases that they asked a woman to take a position. This is a real life scenario. And she said no, that she can't take the position. And they should give it to another guy. So what advice can you give to our young lady out there on their career, on how to take this challenging position?
Well, sorry, I see, among me, you can be way better than me. Don't use me as your metric. You can use me as your foundation, but just make sure that you're aiming for higher than me. But to answer your question directly, I do think the starting point is your mindset. So think about what you want. It's okay if you want to stay at home or if you want to run a company, but think about what you want to be doing. And then imagine, assuming you were not female, what would you be doing? So I don't think being a woman should be a restrictive factor that limits how you want to run your life. But I think you need to define what your values are. Once you understand what your values are, if it is to be a career woman or a career human being, then go for it. I mean, just using myself as a practical example, right? I'm not an engineer. I'm a woman working in the male-dominated industry. For the first 2 years when I was working, about, I think, 99.9% of my meetings where I was trying to get new business or raise money was with men, right? But I realized, well, actually, that's not going to stop me. Provided that I'm working and I'm demonstrating my competence in delivering output, it's irrelevant whether I'm male or female. So just for the women out there, I just say, think about what you want and run on the basis that you're a human being who can achieve whatever you set your mind to. And don't be defined based on listening. And I think if we're looking at how companies are growing and sort of the room for excelling, what we're seeing is that the top performers in terms of companies are companies that have women at decision-making perspectives. So it's great, like hire women as secretaries, but also hire women as managers. Why wouldn't you? You're dealing with a diverse client base that also includes women, right? So how are you catering to your clients if you're not reflective of the clients you're dealing with? So I hope that answers your question, but in summary, I don't think sex should inhibit what you can achieve in life.
It's amazing the way you have broken it down. But you said that you should assume, forget about the sex, and assume that there's no sex in this. How will you have done it if you were not a woman? That is a very good question. What would you have done differently? So if everybody is thinking like this, I am telling you, a lot of women will take up greater roles.
Yeah, but I think there's also a responsibility on the part of companies and people like yourselves to make sure they're creating opportunities, right? And if you're finding that women aren't applying for these opportunities, then it's part of our responsibility to create a pipeline of women, right? Because again, we've gone through many years of women being conditioned in a particular way, or society being conditioned in a particular way. So I love when you say that your company is diverse, is balanced, but I guess it's up to you and I, it's up to each of us, right, to also make sure we're building a pipeline where we're showing people that actually, yeah, business and more, right? So let's start to move away from those gender restrictions.
Let me tell you what happened a day when we started our company, okay, the logistic company. So we hired the GM for Africa. She's a woman. Then the head of business, also a woman. So we went to a very big company, global company, 3 of us, to pitch. And the guy, after he spoke for a long while, he then said, "But logistics is not meant for women." He said it quietly to me. "But how do you want to survive?" I said, "Just give us time. Just give us time." I am telling you,